It's been a little weird in triathlon training world this past week because my race got canceled. And I gotta tell you, when, they talk about when you do these things, it's important to know your why. And for me, I really know my why. And it has to do with showing up as the human being that I want to be during some times that there's some difficult things going on with loved ones in my life, going through some health journeys. And yeah, when I found out my race got canceled, I just kind of lost my center for a little bit, or felt like I did. So fortunately, I have settled on a replacement race. The exciting thing is actually before the other race, so I'm going to be doing a race earlier. Because of that, I'm going to switch from a double Ironman to a 1.5 ton, and because I want to be, safe and not completely overexert myself on the race course, and because of the health issues going on with family members that those take some time and energy too. But I just want to talk for a minute about what it feels like when what you've been working for disappears, because it's this journey of external versus internal validation. And if you're doing the thing, whatever it is that I'm doing, for accolades, for atta girls, and that's where I find my value, then that can be a really big upset. In this case, I wasn't doing it for that, but it was kind of my grounding point. Not my spiritual grounding point. My spiritual grounding point is still there, but it tests the spiritual grounding point, right? These are my plans, but these are my plans. I thought these are the plans. And so I found during this time a deeper space of surrender. There were some different options, different race options that came up for me that I really had to sort out. And for me, because this is all part of a spiritual journey, then I wanted those options to be spiritually aligned, and rather than go off well, here's this cool race that I could do, or that cool race that I could do, rather than do those things, really be solid and grounded with where is it that I'm supposed to be, and what is it that's the greatest fulfillment for me to be doing right now. And some really cool serendipity came about as part of that. So the surrender was a big part of it. But there was another thing that came up for me here that was an opportunity to break up with this energy, which is the victim energy, or the woe is me energy. When that energy plays in this way that says I'm so important, or I'm more important. Everybody's got stuff, right? The people that had to cancel this race, they had to cancel it for a reason. They got stuff that they're dealing with. They're really good people. I have no doubt that whatever it is, whyever it is that they're having to cancel their first race in 15 years, that it's really important. And now they have to deal with all these athletes that had signed up for their race, like me, that we have our stuff. It's trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure this out. For me, this race is also, I'm hoping to use this as a qualifying race for another race that I want to do. And so there are all these plans in there, and there is this really tempting energy of it's all about me energy, and I just didn't want that to be a part of my journey. And it was a part of my journey because I felt it, but I allowed myself to use it as an opportunity to just rewrite the messages. If you have not discovered this particular little trick, then I will share it with you, which is that ChatGPT is really great for editing out our emotional garbage and making a really nice version of an email that otherwise would have been whiny or needy or passive aggressive or whatever. But, I had things I really needed to express that were time sensitive and highly important. I needed to make big important decisions quickly, and I needed information in order to do that. So anyway, ChatGPT is a great little useful tool, and I'm really glad to have found this particular version of the next step in the journey. I still have, it's funny, all of the glitches happened all at the same time. Everything wouldn't work right. I bought this really beautiful high-tech bike trainer to use inside my house. It's been almost a month, and I've just had problem after problem with the setup. I finally was okay, everything's done, here we go. And I go to get on it, and I'm man, that just does not sound right. So it's just staying the course, right? And what I found, that lesson that's really come to me this time in the training is how important the little bit everyday work is. It doesn't seem like the 30-minute strength workout would be what makes or breaks a double Ironman or 1.5 Ironman. But the 30-minute workout, this day plus this day plus this day, really does matter and adds up, and it equals the strength that we need for future efforts. So, just lessons like that. I hope you're enjoying being part of this journey with me. I really appreciate your presence with me on this, whenever you're watching this, whenever you're running across these, and thanks for being part of one of the most joyful things in my life.